for Jurassic World Dominion, and I hadn't been able to find anything new until recently. See, I haven't checked in a few months, and I looked back, and apparently there's been a rumor going around that there in fact will be new raptors, which I already theorized there would be, because we can't have Blue being alone. There's only one way it could go, especially if Blue's gonna stay around, and it's that she finds out that there's another raptor pack, or there's some other new hybrid raptors that are made, but since they're not doing hybrid dinosaurs anymore, they're going to actually generate new raptors that I believe will have the ability to breed with Blue. And those raptors are probably going to be more in lieu with the monstrous and territorial and aggressive raptors we saw in the Lost World Jurassic Park and in the first movie. And I have videos on the Jurassic Park discussion playlist to prove that I had those theories a while back. Now, I still don't know if this is official, this is still a rumor, but now people are saying that in Jurassic World Dominion, there will be a new dinosaur species called the Atrociraptor. I know, right? Velociraptor, Atrociraptor, which probably isn't a great depiction of the Atrociraptor to begin with, because the Velociraptor really doesn't look like that. They look more like Deinonychus, but this is still exciting news. And in some of the earlier videos, they had shown some set pieces with these raptor heads. At the time, we believed them to be Utah raptors or something along those lines. To be honest, I didn't even know what the heck an Atrociraptor was. That's new for me. So people have been saying that there have been several new renders and promotional pictures of Jurassic World Dominion's dinosaurs, including these new images of what they're saying is the film's newest dromaeosaurs called the Atrociraptors, who people initially believed to be Utah raptors or Deinonychus. My guess is that the competitive organizations or just the rich guys that went away with all those DNA sequences are gonna make dinosaurs of their own, and they're not gonna make the exact dinosaurs that we see in all the other movies. Of course, from what we've seen in the previous movies as well, just for a short period of time, there are dinosaurs that never actually made it on screen that were in the inventory. So people are going to utilize those. They're going to have other people like Dr. Henry Wu that they can pay for, just like John Hammond did, to make totally new species of dinosaurs that InGen didn't even make yet. They just need to know how to sequence it. Once they figure that out, don't you think they're going to do their own excavating and do their own cloning? So it's interesting to see this. Also, with raptors being so threatening and intelligent, a lot of people are going to want these creatures just to say they have them, if not to use them for war weaponry or underground fights. Now, looking at these renders, considering for a second that these might be true because they look like the ones from the set, let's just say they are, you'll notice that most of the raptors here are red. They look a lot like the raptors from Jurassic Park Lost World. Those ferocious creatures really matched in temper with their skin color, as they had tiger stripes and tiger colorations. They hunted in long grass. They were intelligent but super aggressive in comparison to raptors like Blue. The names for them right now that's going around are Red, Panther, Tiger, and Ghost. Ghost is probably the albino looking one, which may or may not be a female, because she does kind of remind me a little bit, or it, he, whatever, does kind of remind me of the female from Jurassic Park 3, minus the dark leopard colorations around her eyes. I guess we won't know until the movie comes out. Red was supposed to be in Jurassic World as well, and there was a promotional picture with him and Blue, but they decided to do away with Red, and maybe that's for the best, because it would be interesting that Blue loses her family, probably Red loses his, or he has to choose between being with his mate Blue and not betraying his family, and he's probably going to choose Blue. It's going to be a big old thing where they have to defeat these raptors because they actually want to kill humans, and Blue and Red start a family. And then at some point down the line, the brothers and sisters are going to have to like each other very much to keep the population going unless someone makes new raptors. So this is so exciting. Again, I don't know if it's official. It is a rumor. We already got a little bit of tidbit from the set pieces and those little heads they were carrying around that were obviously not the regular Jurassic Park Velociraptors, but now we're getting this. Oh my god, but there's something else. There's more. Oh my god, there is another rumor that yet another type of raptor is going to be appearing in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Sorry, Jurassic World Dominion, freaking names, man. Called the Pyroaraptor. The Pyroaraptor, really? And the distinguishing features of this raptor are gonna be its feathers. It's gonna be completely feathered, which is what we thought Velociraptor looked like anyway. So I see what they're gonna do there. I don't know in what capacity that raptor is gonna play, if at all. Again, take this all with a grain of salt. Until more officially comes out, I'm not gonna believe everything 100%, but this just makes things very interesting. I would expect that with a newer movie in the Jurassic Park franchise, that if they say they're not gonna have any hybrids, they should at the very least have new dinosaurs that we can see and have danger again. And Blue has already been established as something that is not dangerous. So we need to have people be afraid of raptors again. And I figured, as I said many months, all the way from last year in my older videos, yes, I'm bragging because I got it right. Well, I hope I got it right. It looks like I'm getting it right. That there would be new raptors, that there would have to be new raptors, because Blue, as the protagonist, cannot go off and have a happy ending And she's all alone. Raptors are pack animals. They need to be social. Having lost her family, we're gonna be like, Blue, you're okay. You're alive now. It's good, girl. Go about your business. And she's barely trying to survive because number one, she's depressed that she lost her family, and it's super hard for her to even survive alone. We saw how emaciated she was on Isla Nublar in Fallen Kingdom. It's hard for her to live by herself. She's always been a pack animal. It's not that characters or creatures can't survive on their own if they're used to being in a pack, but it's that much harder. It's like a lioness going off on her own. Yeah, sure, she can survive, but she's not gonna thrive unless like she's super unique. Some animals just function in packs, and we have that today. If you want a clear-cut example of that, extroverts versus introverts. People like me don't like people, don't want to be around them. I could live my whole life as the last person on earth and I would be totally happy. I'm my happiest when there is nobody around. However, people like my father get depressed because if they have an apartment by themselves, it's like immediate. They just the knowledge that they're alone and they don't have quick access or people all around them makes them depressed. And it's like, really, I can't imagine like me being dependent on seeing other people to be happy, but that's the difference between extroverted people and introverted people. So Blue and members of the raptor species can still have levels of introversion. However, at their core, they are social animals, just like dolphins, just like wolves, just like lions. They need to have others around, just like horses. If you're gonna buy a horse or an animal that is a social animal, it's either you're gonna commit all your time to that animal or to keep it very happy, make sure you have two of that species. I would never buy a horse and keep it in the pasture by itself. I would always have to have another horse or mule or something out there with that horse. They're happiest when they're with each other. So it's important to understand that Blue would not have a happy ending if she just merely was alive and went off to be by herself. First of all, if she dies, that's it. No more raptors. It ends with Blue, and she ends a sad, lonely life. So I figured at some point they were going to bring other raptors in, which it seems to be what they're doing. And I can bet my belly button lint. Okay, that's disgusting. I have no belly button lint. But I can bet my partner's belly button lint that one of those raptors, if not all, probably not all, they're probably gonna put a little drama in there, one of those raptors is gonna end up siding with Blue in the end, maybe, and take a liking to her. Also, she's female, she's fertile, she's young, and these raptors are young too, and they're males, at least a lot of them, from what I'm understanding. There's gonna be some sucky in there. Like, it's just one of those things. You think Blue's not gonna be happy when she sees a big muscular raptor coming around? Like, oh, what's up, baby? Oh, you smell different. You smell like sex. Knowing that, I feel very happy for Blue. Kind of feel bad for Rexy, but feel happy for Blue. What do you guys think about this? Did you expect this? I called it. Even if this is not official, I still am 98% sure that that's the direction they're gonna take with Dominion. They have to. There's no other way for it to go, unless they kill off Blue real early in the movie, which they're not gonna do. We all know that. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Ultiori. You ask, we answer.